Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Bobby, and it has been a while since I've made a video on my channel. I was going to make this with my PC and a better camera, but both have decided to stop working. But that is besides the point. I just got back from a 3-day training with my job in Jacksonville, and there's a lot of comic book shops in Jacksonville, and I've recently gotten into comics. So I spent a lot of money. I believe I went to about 8 different shops. I've made videos on TikTok about my purchases, and then I was thinking maybe I should do a YouTube video so I could further talk and not be given a 10-minute limit, because I've been getting to 10 minutes each time. So I got a lot of single issues, trades, one hardcover from Independence and DC. Not Marvel, because I'm not into Marvel at this moment, mainly DC, as you can tell from the t-shirt. So I think for the format of this, I'm just going to kind of go through everything I bought and talk about it. So the first thing I want to show is perhaps maybe... See, I also want to say that I probably spent almost $700. I wasn't really looking at the amounts. I was just going to the stores and buying what I wanted to buy. But I think I'll go with some... Man, I don't even know where to start. I'll start with some single issues. Let me grab my thoughts here for a moment. So, some preface. Before this, I've gotten caught up with Absolute Batman. I've read Superman Birthright, and read first thing of Absolute Martian Manhunter. So not a lot. So I definitely have found a bit of my footing with this trip. So I'll just kind of go through some random stuff I bought. So I found the first issue of Shade the Changing Man. This is from the original run. I want to read the run that came out in the 90s, but I saw this, so I bought it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Next one, I'll show some more older single issues. I haven't read anything Booster Gold, but I do know I'll love the character. And I did find some older ones, like issues 6 and 7. This looks to be kind of the origins of Booster Gold, so I thought that'd be a good one to pick up. And then the one following it is the Man of Gold versus Man of Steel. And yeah, they're about like $1 each, so I was like, sure. Actually, one was 10, one was 5, so I bought them because they looked interesting. And then I also found Justice League Quarterly featuring the Conglomerate, #1. This is an 80-page giant with Booster Gold there on the front, and I dropped one, and Blue Beetle over right there. Seemed interesting, so I bought it. These are just kind of random ones I found, no really rhyme or reason. This one seemed very interesting though, Booster Gold and the Flintstones. I don't know if this is a one-shot or not, but it is the first volume. Seemed very interesting. I could not pick it up. Super fun cover also. Let's see, I also found this. This is a Cursed Comics Cavalcade featuring Swamp Thing, Guy Gardner, and Zatanna with Batman on the front. The guy at the register never even heard of this, and I haven't either. So I was like, 80-page giant. This seems like a super fun read. I do like horror, so I think this will be fun. $15, and Swamp Thing seems to be like a pretty cool character. Haven't read the box set of my Alan Moore run, but I know I'll love Swamp Thing, so that's why I bought it. Let's see. Let me keep going through some single issues. So one kind of funny thing is, so at one of these stores, I bought this Geiger book on a whim. Because I was like, oh, I've heard people raving about Geiger online. It must be awesome, and I really want to read it. And so I saw this and picked it up. I was like, okay, cool. Sweet, I'll read this later today. And then, at a different shop, I found, let me grab them real quick, these two comics right here. Geiger Volume 2 and Volume 3, trade paperbacks. And when I was originally showing them, I'm like, oh man, I really hope I didn't make a dumb purchase, because these two might be included in that super big hardcover. Turns out that was not the case, and I read through the first run of this, which is the first 6 issues and the 80-page giant. of Geiger that came out in about 2021. Fantastic. This got me hooked real quick. And then after reading that, I immediately read these two, which I discovered now is issues 1 through 9 of the new run that's currently going, and also has Ground Zero. I read all 3 of these books, the big hardcover and these 2, within a couple of hours. That's how incredible Geiger is. And I know it's an ongoing run, and I remember seeing that one of the comic book shops, Gotham City Limit in Jacksonville, incredible, awesome shop. Go check them out if you're in Jacksonville. Had a lot of Geiger. So one of the days I went back. I'm kind of skipping around here of what I bought, not quite in chronological order, but that is okay. And I went back and I was like, man, I really hope I could find all this Geiger, because I read up to issue 9 in the trades and I want to catch up to it. And I found number 10. This was at a different shop, but number 10, number 11, number 12, all incredible covers too. Number 13, Jeff Johns' incredible writing in these. Number 14, number 15 with Ash on the front. Number 16, and number 17, the newest issue. And I read all of these so extremely quick, so I'm completely caught up with all of Geiger now within a couple of days. This story is incredible, and I'm so excited for number 18. I can't wait to see where it continues to go. This is like definitely one of my favorite series now, with reading all of it so quick. And so with me reading all of Geiger, I'm like, I really want to read the other stuff that's in the unnamed war universe thing. So I did go. I was looking specifically for Junkyard Joe and Redcoat, and let me find my stuff here real quick. Let's see. Also, I hope everyone is enjoying the jazz in the background, royalty free, so I won't get copywritten. Let me just grab all of these Image comics here. Ugh. Ta-da! So I did find the first and second issues of Redcoat. Super cool. One of them is a second printing, and one of them is a first printing. Awesome. And then, let's see here. At one of these stores, I also did find the, let me see here. Okay, I thought I double bought something for a second. I was able to find Junkyard Joe. Well, first I did find the one shot of Ghost Machine. Haven't read this yet, still need to read it. I also did find the actual 80-page giant for Geiger. Even though it is in the hardcover, I thought it'd be super cool to own, and I just happened to stumble upon it, so might as well buy it. Now I did find Junkyard Joe number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Now I couldn't find number 6, but I did solve that issue, which I will show here in a moment, but let me just get through the other ones. Also at Gotham City Limit, I think the second or third, I think I was only there 2 times, but the second time I bought a lot more comics. And the lady at the register was like, wow, you're spending a lot of money. She didn't say that, but she was like, I really want to give you this. And so she gave me the reprint for issue 1 of Junkyard Joe. So super cool. Shout out to them for doing that. They absolutely didn't have to, but they did. Now I know another one that people highly regard in the unnamed universe, or I guess the Ghost Machine universe, is the Rockefellers. Haven't read any of these yet, but I found issue number 1. Number 2. Oh, they're kind of jumping around here. Number 3. They seem really interesting. I'm excited to read them eventually. Number 4. 5. Super cute cover. 6. And 7. And it just so happened that the day after I picked all those up, guess what came out on New Comic Book Day? Number 8 of the Rockefellers. So I did pick that up, yeah. very excited to read these now that I'm able to just fully catch up to where the run is currently going. Wow, a lot of flashing going on. Strobe warning. So yeah, that was super cool to find all that, and I'm glad I discovered the whole Geiger Unnamed Ghost Machine universe, because I'm really excited to continue reading into it, as I am loving it. And other things I was so happy I found. So my comic book shop, I was able to find number 3 of News from the Fallout, one of Image's current runs, or current stories. And I really wanted to find the other 2, so I was like, fingers crossed the whole trip. I'm like, I really hope I can find News from the Fallout number 1 and 2. And at first point, I did find number 2, and I was like, wow, okay, sweet, I found number 2. I really hope I find number 1. And I happened to go to this small comic book shop that just had their 6-month anniversary, Black Cat Comics in Jacksonville. I do have a sticker. I also got a t-shirt. Go visit them if you're in the Jacksonville area. Incredible folks there. And I went through like a bunch of their selections, kind of like going through it a little fast. And I just happened to double check an area and found number 1 of News from the Fallout. I haven't read it yet. Camera's lagging a little bit. But I'm very excited to read these, as it looks incredibly cool. So that's all I have for that. And then at that shop, I also did get issues 1 and 2 of The Voices Said Kill, another Image comic. This is a short series. There's going to be 4 issues. First one came out July, second one came out August. Super excited to read these. Onward. Let's see here. I did find numbers 1 of the Peacemaker Presents Vigilante and Eagly double feature. Number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 5. So I did not find number 3, I believe. I'm going to start reading these pretty soon. I'm loving the Peacemaker show. Just finished season 1. So I'm very excited to read these, mainly for more Vigilante, because Adrian Chase is so awesome. But yeah, excited to read those. Let's see here. Let me show you some other single issues I got. From that smaller shop, I found the first of 12 for Doomsday Clock. I love The Watchmen. Haven't read Doomsday Clock. I've heard mixed things about it. It's a couple bucks, $2. Cool cover. Might as well pick it up. I also found this, chapter 2 of Fragments of the Machine, Blitmap. Don't know nothing about this. It's actually still wrapped up in like this foil, so I probably won't open it just because it looks really cool. That's the only reason I bought it. It looks cool. Now, I also got, let me gather my things here. Number 1 for Robin and Batman, Jason Todd. Number 2 and 3 as well. I believe this is the newest issue, number 3. Looks pretty interesting. Art style looks intriguing, so I'm excited to read them. And I found them all at the same place, so I was like, shoot, might as well buy it. Next up, I also found, a little bit laggy there. Mr. Terrific Year 1, Volume 3, or Issue 3. I do have the 4th one already. I couldn't find number 2 and 1, so maybe I'll have to read them online. Super cool cover. Excited to read that. Next up, also, I did get this new issue that just came out, Everything Dead and Dying, from Image Comics. Looks really cool. And it was New Comic Book Day a couple days ago, and this came out, so I was like, shoot, might as well buy it and give it a shot. Now I do have some more single issues. These were the most exciting ones I think I found. So beforehand, I had issues 1 and 6 of Absolute Martian Manhunter, and only number 6 for Absolute Flash. So on the trip, I was really hoping I could find all the ones I needed to catch up with both Absolute Flash and Absolute Martian Manhunter. And boy oh boy, I was so lucky, and I was able to do so. So I was able to find, I have a couple issues double stacked in one, so I have 4 and 5 in the same one just because it didn't come with one bag and board, which it did buy more. But I was able to find 4 and 5. Super happy I could. And let me actually show the cover for number 5 because it is really cool. Absolute beautiful cover. This story is incredible. I'm going to read the sixth one tonight probably. But it's kick-ass. It's so good. And then I also found number 2 and number 3. I was so excited when I found these. Just because I love the first issue of Absolute Martian Manhunter. And I was really hoping I could find them all. And I flipping did. I believed in myself and I did. And now for Absolute Flash. Let's see here. This beautiful foil for number 1. I also found number 2. I happened to find, so first I found number 1, number 5, and number 4 at Gotham City Limit. I was like, oh sweet, okay, these are good. Now I can almost continue to read it, but not quite. And then yesterday, I just happened to go comic book shopping again. I was like, I was kind of on the edge because I've spent a lot of money, but I'm like, whatever, let me just kill some time. And I just happened to go to this little shop, and I was able to find number 2 and 3 for Absolute Flash. So I was able to last night read all the way up until 5. I have the 6th one already, I just need to read it. This is so good. I think Absolute Batman is still probably my favorite, but Martian Manhunter and Flash are next. I still need to read. I have the trades for Wonder Woman and Superman. I just gotta read them. But so far the Flash is super cool. Next up, this was a very exciting one. This came out on Wednesday. The new run of The Flash by from Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez, and Tomei Mori. I got the regular cover and the Jim Lee cover. Super sick. This was so good. Jorge Jimenez's art is incredible. They actually just released the cover for Volume 2 with Robin. Oh, it's going to be so sick. This is incredible. I cannot wait to continue this run whenever more comes out. Super cool to be able to buy a first printing number 1 of a Batman series. Super awesome. I think that's all these single issues. Now I have a lot of, well, actually I have this Rebirth, The Flash number 21 with a lenticular, I believe it is, cover here with Reverse Flash, gets turned to a skeleton, and the Comedian's little pin there, super cool. I'll probably just hang that up or something. Now for trades. This is where a lot of the money was spent. So I got a stack of Image and then a stack of DC. So first for Image, I got Rook Exodus, another one of the unnamed series. I'm super excited to read that. East of West, which I think Dragotta, Nick Dragotta is the artist for this, and I'm loving his work on Batman. So I was like, shoot, might as well buy this one too and start reading it. I've heard good things about it. Art style looks sick. Excited to read that. Next one, the first volume of Saga. I've heard a lot of good things about Saga. Not sure if it's up my alley, but I bought the first one to give it a shot, and if I like it, I'll buy more, and if I don't like it, oh well. Next one, so for the Junkyard Joe single issues, as you know, as I said a little bit ago, I only found 1 through 5, and there are 6. So I was like, screw it, whatever. I'll just buy the trade anyway. It's cool to have the single issues, and I have the trade so I can actually read it in full. Super excited to read this. I also got the trade for Redcoat, which has issues 1 through 7. Super excited to read this. Also have heard incredibly good things about the series. And then I also got Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer's Do a Power Bomb. I've heard great things about Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer together. Super excited to read this. This looks freaking sweet. And then continuing the DWJ and Mike Spicer train, I got Transformers 1 and 2. Transformers are super cool, so I'm excited to read these books and see kind of what they're all about and if I like it or not, so I can catch up to the current run, which I believe is coming to an end soon. Very sad, I think, if that's true. Next up, actually I do have another Image one. Rocket Girl. Looks super cool. Very excited to read this. It's like $10. Collecting issues 1 through 5. I believe there is only the 5 issues. Haven't heard anything about it, but the art style seems super sick. Super hyped to read this. Next up, I got the DC trades, the final stretch of my $1 trillion haul. I picked up Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Hero of Metropolis, #1. James Gunn just announced the second Superman movie already, coming out in 2027. I wish it was sooner, but that's alright. So I figured I'd give this a read, as I assume that the comic with the same title is going to have inspiration on the movie with the same title, if I think its skills are correct. So yeah, excited to give that a shot. Next up, I got Batman The Flash, The Button, Deluxe Edition. This is actually the same cover as the single comic I got with the lenticular design. Super excited to read this, because I think this kicks off Doomsday Clock, so if I like this, I'll continue reading Doomsday Clock, which I'm sure I'll read that anyway. I believe this takes place after Flashpoint, which I also read before the trip, and holy moly, Flashpoint was kick-ass. You know what, there's a couple things that I'm missing on my list here. I bought issues... Oh wait, nope, I just haven't gotten to them yet. Silly me. I've recently gotten to The Flash. Speaking of that, on the trip I also did find Captain Cold and Wally West. Super cool. Yeah, let me get a sip of this drink here. Yeah. I've just gotten into The Flash. Super cool character. I'm loving all the stuff I've read from The Flash so far. And I saw these two books I was really hoping to find at least the first one on the trip so I could start reading The Flash. The Jeff Johns run. I found books 1 and 2. I found the second one at Second and Charles before I found the first one. So I'm so glad I found this. I'm not too far in. I think I'm about to start chapter 5. And it's so good so far. I'm loving this. I'm loving The Flash. I also started the show. The show is pretty good, but the comic book is just incredible. So yeah, The Flash 1 and 2 by Jeff Johns. So excited to continue reading that. Wally West is awesome. To continue on the DC train, Batman Dark Victory, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. I haven't read Long Halloween yet. It's in my collection. I need to read it. I will get to it, but I was at Barnes & Noble and I was like, shoot, might as well buy it. Also, I can't remember if I mentioned or not, but I went to about 7 or 8 different comic book shops. That's insane that Jacksonville has that many comic shops. When in my town, I have 1. Are you kidding me? That's nuts. To continue on the Flashpoint Beyond. The World of Flashpoint returns. Seems super sick. Jeff Johns as the writer. I'm loving all of Jeff Johns' work. He might be my favorite writer as of now, with all I've read so far. So super excited to read that. Next up is another Jeff Johns. You probably could have guessed that. Flash Rebirth. Super excited to read this. It looks like Barry Allen and Wally West are both on the back. Super interesting. I'm very excited to read this. Not sure when I need to read this. I'll have to look up kind of a timeline. But definitely going to continue reading the original The Flash by Jeff Johns run, because that is so good. I'm loving it. Almost done here, so no worries. Video won't be too long, actually. I was expecting it to be maybe 5 hours long. I wanted to get into Nightwing, and I saw this Nightwing leaping into the light. This is the first. I think it's just like a one-shot thing. See him on the back there looking all awesome. I've heard nothing but good things about Nightwing and that people love Nightwing, so I was like, screw it. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to read it so I can get into Nightwing. Next up is Justice League Unlimited, the first trade. I believe this just came out, and I think issue 10 just came out for Justice League Unlimited. I heard someone in one of the comic book shops talking about it, so I was like, look, Justice League back there. Pretty cool, huh? Look at them go. Very excited to read this, and then maybe if I like it a lot, continue reading. The story also, this is from Mark Waid and Dan Mora, so I've heard they are both pretty good. Art in the front is so sick, so I'm very excited to read this. Next up, I got 2 more. One of them, this is an independent, Something is Killing the Children. Speedy Sultan, who I love watching his videos. He highly regards this book. He talks about it very highly. And I saw that I found the first volume, so I was like, shoot, might as well give it a shot and form my own opinion on it. So I'm very excited to read this book as well. And now the final book I have to show of my $700 comic book haul over the past 3 days is, drumroll please, here's a hint. A comic book that is going to be the main inspiration for another James Gunn film that's coming out soon, I think next year. If your guess was Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, you'd be a smart one. That'd be correct. Very excited to read this. I'm loving James Gunn's work in the DC films and shows. So I trust his judgment with using this as an inspiration, as like a base for the Supergirl film. And I want to get ahead of the game and kind of read this first before any trailers and whatnot comes out for that movie. So I thought I'd get ahead of the game and read this. It looks super good too. Very excited to read this. The colors look beautiful. But that does conclude my haul. I hope if you've made it to the end of this 26-minute and 19-second video that you have enjoyed it. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe share with your other comic book friends if you feel that they would like it. Hopefully this whole thing I have going on works good and everything uploads fine, and that everyone is able to watch it fine. But yeah, that concludes it. I hope everyone has an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching. And please do give feedback as well of this format. If you'd like to see more, I could show off my current collection and all that stuff. So yeah, peace out. Have an awesome day.